I'm removing both the front and the rear wheel and tire on the MT-03 so I can take them into cycle gear and get some new Bridgestone Battle Axe RS10 tires put on. A little bit of sportier, stickier tire, more suitable for the track. This is kind of my track bike. I'm also using it for commuting, but I'm thinking a set of new sportier tires will be a big help. One of the biggest limitations on the stock tires is the profile on the rear. You can see that it's pretty flat towards the end of the profile. Even in mild street use, I can get to the end of the tire pretty easily, and it does feel like I could use a little bit more lean in some situations. So the stock tire is a Dunlop Sport Max GPR 300. It works well for a bike like this as far as traction. It's sticky enough, but I think a sportier profile will work better. So on the front, we have a 19 millimeter nut on this side, and the bolt head here is a 17 millimeter. The front should be easier to remove than the back since we're not dealing with a chain. I'll have to look up what the torque specs are for these. Now on the wheels, that is a one bolt that I will try to torque to spec and not do it by feel because it's a very safety critical fastener. Now for the rear, we have a 22 millimeter nut on this side that has to be removed, and a 19 millimeter axle head on this side that we need to hold while we loosen the nut. There's a washer on this side. Helps if you support the tire a little bit to take some weight off of the axle. There we go. You drop the tire, take the chain off. You can just move the chain to the side and the wheel comes right out the back. Don't lose the spacers on each side. But you don't want to take these to the tire shop because you might not get them back. You might lose them. It's the chain tensioners. You want to remove the sprocket and probably the crisp drive as well, so they don't end up getting lost at the tire shop. Just move the spacers over to this side. There you go. Just set that down. Your wheel and tire should be ready to go to cycle gear or wherever you get your tires done. I also have a couple of plugs in this tire, which is it's not the safest to keep running with plugs in tires, but I've installed a bunch of plugs over time. Every single time they've been fine through the life of the tire, especially on a lightweight bike like this one. It doesn't put a lot of stress on the tire. Should be good. But once I get the new RS10 tires on here, I'll do a video with the reverse process. If you find this type of content useful, please consider subscribing and hit that like button to be notified of future content.